Hey, what up, YouTube? It's FUBAR Traveler, the world heavyweight champion of drunken world travel, and I'm here today still in ALQ in Pattaya Beach, Thailand, and I'm going to try to help you out a little bit more as best I can to try to get you over here to Thailand, come hang out and have a good time. So I am actually looking at the consulate website for the Los Angeles consulate, and they have updated since yesterday. It's now as of the 31st, after that big meeting I've talked about in the other videos. So today, the changes are, I'm going to start first. This is for U.S. citizens who are traveling with a U.S. passport or green card holders, and they're going to go to Thailand from the United States. This is not for Thai nationals returning back home. This is for American citizens returning to Thailand. So for non-Thais, and this is without having a COVID vaccination, you are no longer required to have the Fit for Fly health certificate. You are, however, still required to have the COVID-19 RT-PCR test result, indicating that COVID-19 is not detected. And you are not required to have the vaccination, but you must do 10 days of quarantine in an ASQ or ALQ location. You still do have to have the health insurance, the minimum $100,000 US to cover COVID-19 treatment in case you become ill in Thailand. I've linked on my other video where I feel might be the best case scenario for you to get very cheap insurance. Not endorsing them, not sponsored by them. That would be really dope if that was, but I am not. But just trying to give you guys the hookup, best I found, to try to make it cheap as possible so you have more money to go have fun in Thailand, because that's always a good thing. All right, so that's for non-Thais without COVID-19 vaccinations. Now, non-Thais with COVID-19 vaccinations have to be fully vaccinated 14 days prior to departure. They have dropped this 3-month. Sorry, you might not know about this. So they were saying you had to have been vaccinated, and your vaccine has to be within 3 months of traveling to Thailand. And then on top of it, it had to be at least 14 days prior to departure. Well, the 3 months have disappeared now, which that was going to be problematic, because what if you got it early on and then you're traveling, say, later, July, October, whatever, you have to go get a booster? They're not offering any boosters. They're just trying to get people basically inoculated. They're not going to give you booster shots like, I already got it, can I get some more? No, there's like 100 million other people behind you waiting. No, it ain't going to happen. So they dropped that. Cool. And now you just have to make sure you get the vaccination 14 days prior to departure. That's what's up. No Fit to Fly certificate. They have nixed it. It's out. Outro. So no more Fit to Fly certificate, which is very cool because, like I said, cheapest one I found in my area, Bay Area, was like $250. But I did find a way around that, which you can see in my other video talking about ASQ procedures and how to get you there. So go check that out if you haven't yet. COVID-19 test result, of course, you're going to have to show your RT-PCR. Has to be the RT-PCR. Like, don't blow that off like, oh, whatever. No, it has to be the RT-PCR test. If you come with some other kind of bullshit test, they are going to not consider it valid. There's, like I said, that test is the most expensive one, and of course, that's the one that they want. All right, so look into that. Like I said, also, there's cheaper ways to go about getting that as well. Check out my other video. All right, so, and like I said before, my other video, you should really be watching my other videos. Pay attention, pay attention. Vaccination card, don't leave home without it. Remember, like American Express, or no, it was a Diners Club, or yeah, I think it was like Diners Club. Don't leave home without it. Don't leave home without your vaccination card. 2 vaccinations, if you have Pfizer, and these are the ones they accept: Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Moderna, and the Sinovac China virus coronavirus shot. They also accept that too, but that's not available to people in the United States. So I think that's not really going to be a thing. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. You know, I don't know if you traveled overseas and came back, you know, for business or whatever, what your situation might be. It could potentially be. So yeah, whatever. But that's also one that's listed. The Johnson & Johnson one is also listed. So run down again: Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. The AstraZeneca hasn't really hit America. I know they accept it if you're from England and other countries in Europe and stuff like that, but for purposes of here in America, they do accept that. But the problem is, like, how did you get it? If you get it, you're probably coming over here on a different kind of passport. So anyways, right now, Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. The other ones you could check. It's not an end of the road kind of thing. Like, it's just probably like, how did you get it? Are you out here on some other kind of, did you go over there on a trip and get it? Whatever. You can check with the consulate. More than likely, they're willing to work with you on that. But for right now, these are the ones that they're listing. So, all right, moving on. 7 days in quarantine. That's been knocked down, 7 days. So that's really cool. Trust me, I wish mine was 7. I've already done over 7. I'd be out of here already. I'd be at my bar, Bangkok bar, or Hacienda, Nick's bar, something like that. The pub, Mr. Egg. I would definitely be out and about, seeing my peoples and having a good time. So, moving on down to one other thing I want to touch on. So, you have to process your e-visa, doing this process at least 15 days prior. You can't do it less than 15. You have to give them that 15. And honestly, you're probably going to need it because it's a whole mess of paperwork that I showed you in my other video. And you really need a good 2 weeks to knock that stuff out. And that's like, you know, it's going to be extra tough if you're working in between that to fit all those appointments in and do all that stuff and get all the paperwork done. So yeah, you want to make sure you actually submit your paperwork at least a good 15 days prior into e-visa. All right, so I want to do one more thing, rundown for you guys. This is the list of flights to come into Thailand. Now, you're going to see a lot of cool flights on the internet, and they're going to be super cheap. But before you smash that button and give them your credit card number, I want you to make sure and check that it is actually one of the flights on this list, because if you buy a ticket and it's not on this consulate approved list of flights coming into Thailand, your ass ain't getting into Thailand. They're not letting you in. So I got the list right here. I want to give you guys a rundown real quick. April 1st, Qatar Airways. April 9th, Ava Air. April 13th, Etihad Airways. 16th, Nippon. 17th, Japan Airlines. 20th, Emirates. 22nd, Asiana Airlines. 29th, Korean Air. If it's not one of those flights, your ass is not coming to Thailand. Guaranteed. All right. So please, if you're flying out of the United States, make sure it's one of these flights, because I got a bunch of other flights on online. But if you buy one of those, you're going to be having to try to get your money back and switch flights, because you're going to be greatly disappointed. And then we'll check to see when you're doing your packet for your visa and your COE that your flight is one of the approved flights. They're like called the semi-commercial or something. They got some term like that for it. But anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you guys got the rundown on that. I will be doing extra videos while I'm here, and I will be checking in with you guys, checking the messages and stuff, trying to answer questions, and try to help you guys out as much as possible. I don't have a whole heck of a lot to do since I'm here, so feel free to hit me up. Almost 100% guarantee you're going to get a response back. Anyways, get out there, pull the trigger, make stuff happen. Love you guys. Peace.